Okay, can you introduce yourselves?
My name's Amber and I'm the Sport Development Coordinator here at the University of Glasgow.
And my name is Henar and I'm the Membership Sales and Retention Lead here at the UofG Sport.
Do you play any sports yourself?
Not anymore, now I just go to the gym, but growing up I was involved in lots of different things, so sort of swimming, gymnastics and taekwondo were my main three.
I do powerlifting and lately I've been going for runs, which is a new thing to me. I was never a runner. Yeah, I'm just like researching that other experiences.
Yeah, what inspired you to get into sport or into the gym?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah.
I feel like two minions. Yeah, like we are like...
Yeah, what inspired you to get into sport or into the gym?
So I started sport when I was 18 months old, sort of started the Learn to Swim programme, started gymnastics, and I think it's something that's just stuck with me my whole life and also really inspired like my career choice going forward as well. Sport has been such an impactful tool for me, so it's definitely something that's just I've stuck with.
I was never a sporty person. When I was a kid, I tried a few range of sports like basketball, volleyball, football, tennis, baseball, rugby. I was good at rugby. But yeah, I was never a sporty girl. And then as I age, your knees misbehave and your back hurts and you have to start doing some strength and conditioning if you want to have like a good quality of life. So that's how I got into powerlifting.
What does being a woman in sport mean to you?
It's nice.
Sort of empowering, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially in strength and weightlifting, I think it's quite a male predominantly environment. So it's just nice to be the person that kind of breaks that. And when you go into the gym and you see all the huge men just like making big noises and lifting heavy weights, but you also see like women doing the same thing and not making that noise. It's just like very empowering. It's really nice.
I think it can be really empowering and also inspiring. You train and you see lots of other women in the same sports or the same activities as us, and being able to bounce off of one another and sort of have that networking without necessarily knowing people sort of is great, really.
What challenges have you faced as women in sport and how did you overcome these challenges?
To me, I think the biggest barrier is the mental barrier. Mostly because there is a sense of not belonging when you start into weightlifting. You feel like everybody's watching you when you lift your weight, and there is a sense of an imposter syndrome with it also. Sorry. Oh my god. You also have to learn to basically don't care about anyone that is surrounding you and just focus on what you're doing, on your music or podcast, on your workout, and the others can basically disappear. And if they think you don't belong there, it's their problem, not yours. So yeah.
What's your proudest moment in sport so far?
Ooh.
Or at the gym?
To me, it's my first competition. I was very anxious, full of caffeine, barely slept that night. I was a little bit over the weight in my category, so I had to do all the crazy stuff that you have to do to get into category. So I arrived to the competition slightly hungry, sleep deprived, and shaking from all the pre-workout. But I still managed to do some PRs and it felt great.
What's your favourite pre or post session or game or competition snack?
Ooh.
Fun question.
Coffee? Okay. Pre-coffee?
A pre-coffee?
Although that's dangerous. Not if you're doing deadlifts.
No. Right, okay. Before competitions, I would always make sure that I had a nice breakfast, just depending on what the hotel had. Probably a bit of fruit, a cereal bar as well, and then afterwards, a lot of water. Just rehydrate.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was good. You're welcome.
If you could give one message to young girls in sport, what would it be?
Oh, absolutely, just get involved. I think we put an awful lot of pressure on ourselves as women to sort of say that we don't necessarily belong in certain places, in certain environments, and things aren't for us. And that mental barrier can be an awful lot to try and overcome, but definitely understanding you do belong in these spaces and you can go on to things.
I would tell them to try every sport they want to try, to not listen to the little voice in their heads that says that they do not belong there, and remind them to live their life and just enjoy sport.